I believe that every human being owes every other human being a true depiction of themselves. The actual truth. Not this bullshit going around, my truth bullshit. There's no such thing as your truth. You can have a depiction of the truth. You can have an interpretation, but truth is just truth. Like the sun is shining right now and the grass is green. Someone could tell me, well, the sun's not shining. I don't see it like that. It's not going to stop the sun from shining, the grass from being green, because that's the truth. They may have a different perspective and want to see it a different way, but that is not the truth. And you got a lot of even it's crept into politics and agendas where this my truth thing is very toxic towards human growth, because what happens is we for hundreds of thousands of years, we followed universal law to get to this point of existence.
All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen.
Peace, love, life, and balance. Welcome to Universoulifebalance, Universoul. I'm your host, Chief Jamal, coming to you, and you see the topic of the video. The one trait that you must value most in any relationship, romantic, personal, friendship, whatever it may be, the one trait that you cannot live without. The one trait. Meaning that if there was going to be one thing that every partner or every friendship or every business friendship or everything, they must have this trait in order for it to be successful. Because without this trait, all the other traits do not matter and will eventually be null and void. That trait, my friends. Now, before I get to it, there's other traits that are major importance. And we'll go over all that, but this is the one that you must find this trait out first about anything. Whether you're dating, whether you're in a business relationship, whether you're in a friendship, whether it's a personal relationship, whether it's a professional, whatever it may be, you must find out if that person, that individual, that company, whatever it may be, has this trait. This is the trait you must seek this. You must look for this first. And that trait, my friend, is none other than honesty. The truth. Honesty. Because without honesty, what do you really have? Even if you see someone, let's say if you're a man and you're seeking a woman, and you meet this woman, she's incredible. She has everything you want on every scale. Looks, everything is there. But she's a liar. Trust me, my friends, from experience, you may think that, oh, I can live with that, but you will not be able to live with that. That relationship will eventually disintegrate, because once you find out that person is a liar, once distrust is in any relationship, you have an impediment. We already have natural insecurities about ourselves, about relationships, about individuals. We already have those naturally. And we choose to deal with them however we may deal with them. But when someone lies or they show themselves to be dishonest, it heightens those insecurities and adds more. You're always wondering in the back of your mind, can I trust this person? You're going to be hesitant. You're not going to be, if anything happens that can assimilate to be that can assimilate to be something that can offend you, and you won't be able to take that person's word for it. If they say that they could be telling the truth, but because they have shown themselves to be a liar, you're going to automatically discredit them. Whether it's intentionally, consciously, or subconsciously, you're going to discredit that person because they have proven themselves to not be honest. You don't have the trust there. So the number one trait is honesty, trust and honesty, and those kind of go hand in hand. But is this person honest? Are they an honest individual? Can I take their word? You know, we always say, my words, my balls, that's all I have. or word is bond, or there's a lot of sayings that talk about that, but we say those things nonchalantly, but those are true. Your word should be your bond. As human beings, we owe it to each. We don't owe anyone anything but one thing. I believe that every human being owes every other human being a true depiction of themselves, the actual truth, not this bullshit going around, my truth bullshit. There's no such thing as your truth. You can have a depiction of the truth. You can have an interpretation, but truth is just truth. Like the sun is shining right now, and the grass is green. Someone could tell me, well, the sun's not shining. I don't see it like that. It's not going to stop the sun from shining, the grass from being green, because that's the truth. They may have a different perspective and want to see it a different way, but that is not the truth. And you got a lot of even it's crept into politics and agendas where this my truth thing is very toxic towards human growth, because what happens is we for hundreds of thousands of years, we followed universal law to get to this point of existence. We've understood certain things to be true. We understood certain biological factors in men and women and procreation to be true. And in the last 50 to 100 years, we've tried to skew those lines and create my truths. And look what it's done. Our society is crumbling at a rapid pace. And if you look through our history, nothing's new under the sun. The things that we're seeing today, they're not new. They tried these things thousands of years in other societies, and the results have always been bad. Egalitarian societies where everyone's equal, those always not worked, because we're not equal. We're different. Men are not better than women. Women are not better than men, but we have different roles. So truth is very important, because as you see in the world around you, when you got this the things going on with the acts, with the we're gonna call it the vaccine, things of that nature, and people don't have all the real information. People are dying, whether you pro-vaccination or not. There are people who took the vaccine and thought that they were going to be took the vaccine and thought they were going to be okay and are dead. And there are people who didn't take it, and vice versa, whatever it may be. But all that matters is that we don't. The reason people are dying and things are happening because they are so-called learning as we go. No one really has solid answers. That's why they keep saying, or they have solid answers and refuse to get them. Either way it goes, truth is not being fully disseminated, and you see that it's causing the loss of lives. I don't want to get into that's a whole other topic. Let's not stay away from that. But that trait is important. Honesty. You can't build anything without truth. Everything must have a foundation of truth. The scripture says that a house built upon a rock will stand, but a house built upon shaky ground like sand, or I'm paraphrasing, was going to fall. You got to have a foundation. You can't, if you can build, you can try to build without truth. You can try to build with someone in a relationship or a friendship without the truth. But the problem is, your doom is impending, because the minute you get the truth, that relationship is no longer functional, because there's no trust there. You can't. Communication is now messed up. It leaks into other things. It may even leak into sexuality, because our sexual health is also associated with our mental health. And when we don't trust anybody, have anxiety, that's detrimental to our mental health. So the first thing, I don't care what type of relationship, even if it's a casual relationship, let me repeat that again, even if it's a non-sexual relationship, sexual, non-sexual, casual, friendship, whatever it may be, man and man, man and woman, woman and man, whatever it may be, you must find out, is this person at least truthful? They may have you can get around a lot of things. You can't get around someone who's a liar. People who are liars, you don't know what to make of them. You got to start, you can't take their word. You really can't do anything with them. You can't trust them. You can't depend on them. They're not dependable. So really, people who are liars are not, they only work really good with other liars. Because they're gonna, I don't want to live where I always got to watch your back and do this. I don't want to have that anxiety. So once I see someone as a liar, I let that person out of my circle. And you should do the same. And I've tried to listen, the worst relationship I ever had in my life with a woman was, I had a rule where once you lied, I wouldn't deal with you anymore. I broke that one rule with this woman, and it caused plenty of hell in my life. Thankfully, I got over it, but I learned the valuable lesson. You cannot compromise that rule. You can't compromise honesty. If someone's not honest, there's really nothing there. there's really nothing there. I don't care how you gotta, or if you want to smash and dash, whatever. But even then, you're at risk because they're gonna, if they're a liar, they're gonna say, I don't got an STD, and don't think condoms are 100%. Condoms it gives you a better chance, but they're not 100. You don't know what you're getting into, even on a casual thing or a sexual thing. So to make a long story short, family, like I said, value honesty over everything. Value truth over everything. Peace, love, life, and balance.